I am Guru Subramanian Swaminathan.
Listening Platform.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Mahe. Actually, I came in a work visa. I am a qualified civil engineer. I also learned the Vedas, everything from the young age. But then during the GFC, I lost my job. Freelance Pandit.
Correct.
Let's put a full stop to my professional career and go to where my roots are, belong to, where I get the happiness. I am the current secretary of Australian Council of Hindu Clergy organization, especially for the next generation of Australians. Sometimes we feel that the kids are not getting involved, upcoming generation.
Okay.
What are we doing for the future of the Australians? A division which is called as Dharmik Siksha. Every day, before going to the school, after coming back from the school, fold their hands, go to the prayer room, and do any sloka and then learn the good habits. Keep connected with all our Sanatana Dharma. That is very important because that is our roots. The trees will not survive. So without our Sanatana Dharma, we will not survive. Jai Shri Ram.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the listening platform. Thanks for tuning in again. And this episode, we have esteemed Pandit Siva Srinivasan, who is originally from India, is a respected Hindu priest serving the community in Sydney, Australia. He is also founder of Sanatan Hindu Sankriti and also the secretary of Australian Council of Hindu Clergy, and is very actively involved as a temple priest, providing spiritual guidance and also conducting religious ceremonies for the Hindu community in Australia. I am so honored to welcome Pandit Siva to our podcast. Welcome, Pandit Siva.
Thank you, Guru.
Welcome.
Thanks for the great
Namaste.
Introduction. Okay, I want to start with Hindu prayers.
Please.
We always pray to our Guru who gives us the knowledge. So let's do one prayer for our Gurus. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Akandamandalakaram Vyaptaye Sarva Vidyanam Dakshinamurtaye Namo Namah. Guru Charana Kamale Bhyo Namo Namah. Always, so we pay our respect to our Gurus who gives us the knowledge. So the knowledge has to be shared. That's why we start with the.
Thank you so much. Just for the audience, so I know Shiva for last 10 years actually.
Yep.
And Shiva is the person who has done the for the couple of houses which we had bought and sold, and even this house Shiva had done the Pravesa a couple of years back, and all the ceremony, homams, anything to do with spiritual guidance, it's one stop for us in Australia is Shiva. Thank you so much for blessing our house once more. We are so happy to welcome you today.
Thank you.
And thanks for doing this podcast.
It's my privilege to come here. I was watching your podcast for a long time. I keep on following it, but today is my opportunity.
Thank you so much. Now we will start with your introduction.
Yep.
It will be better if you can introduce yourself because you are here for almost like 20 years. I want to hear it from you.
Yep.
I'm going to hear it for the first time from yourself.
Yep.
Let's hear it from you.
All right. I came into Australia in 2007, somewhere around that time. Actually, I came in a work visa here.
All right.
I'm a qualified civil engineer. Then I came in the work visa, and initially I was working for the mining companies based in Sydney. So I was leading a team of professionals. And then I think because I also learned the Vedas, everything from the young age, because through my dad, through my granddad, to my great granddad, we are all the parampara archakas who serves in the temple. So that's how I started going into this Veda Karyams. And then, so we know how to do the prayers, Nitya prayers in the temples, because we are all grown up in the family. And then I always think that I should go back to where my roots are. So, but due to financial issues and all, we have to go and work. So then somehow I got into this country, engineering qualification.
Yep.
And then I started work. I worked from, I think, 2009, 2011. Then during the GFC, I lost my job. So when I was looking for the job, then I got a very good opportunity in Shirdi Sai Baba temple in Chatfield and some other temples, which I started going to do the, what you say is like a freelance pandit.
Correct.
So whenever they have a requirement, they will call us. So I will
Okay.
go there and help them to do set up the prayers and everything. And then since the passion was growing inside me, so I thought, let's put a full stop to my professional career and go to where my roots belong to, where I get the happiness. So I started this as full time from 2011, 12.
Oh, from 2011 itself.
I was doing some very low level,
Okay.
people doesn't know me, not about in the community at that time. And then this 2016, I got a very big breakthrough. The Sai Baba new temple in Regents Park. They constructed it in 2016 March. So at that time, the opportunity came for me to serve as a Pandit in the temple. And then I started serving in the temple from May 2016. So, and after that, people start seeing my face and seeing how do I do. That's how the community know about Pandit Siva Srinivasan. And then slowly, steadily, I started growing my Pandit profession.
Excellent.
So I'm very happy that now this job gives me more happiness rather than my old one.
Correct.
This gives me a lot of stress sometimes. It's a good stress, which I like it.
Which is good actually, right? And this is not a job actually for you. This is like
It's
doing your daily life.
Service to the community, which I would definitely love to do.
Correct. I remember, you used to be called as, when I speak to my friends or somebody, they say Pandit Shiva Regents Temple, Sai Baba Temple, Regents Park.
Yes.
So that's what they used to say basically. So thank you so much for that introduction. It's amazing actually. So even from one thing which is coming into my mind is, right, I think even for my son, when we were in Singapore, we did the Annaprasna. The same priest is in Helensburgh now.
Wow, amazing.
So when we saw him there, I was like, oh my God, same person. So we're all connected to.
It's a small world.
It's very
especially
small world.
This profession outside of India, it's not very huge. So there are only selected people who came out of the India through their Vedic studies. They are able to, for example, Singapore, Malaysia, Australia, New Zealand, and USA. If you go there, a lot of pandits are there.
Excellent. Very good. Thank you so much for that very, very quick introduction.
Yes.
Now, you are also a very popular figure our community, specifically with respect to clergy services, right?
Yes.
Would you like to explain what is your role and how it is shaping up?
So, I am the current secretary of Australian Council of Hindu Clergy.
Okay.
We have about 60 priests in our as members in our group.
Okay.
So we are all very highly qualified.
Okay.
So some of them do this as full time, like me now, and some of them do only on the weekends.
Okay.
They have some works on Monday to Friday. So they do the priest works in the priest service in the weekends.
Okay.
And so we have like from all over we have some priests who are from Fiji, who are our members.
Okay.
Also, our president is born in South Africa.
All right.
Our current president is born in South Africa.
Okay.
But he serves in our Sydney community for last 20-30 years.
Okay.
So we have various, even the priest in our group, or some of them are from Gujarat, इस side Kathmandu से है, Nepal से लोग भी है हमारा.
Okay.
From Nepal also our members are there.
Okay.
And then South Indians everywhere. So we have varied group of priests in our group. So I manage them, talking to the ministers, ministers meeting. So now we have getting more exposure in because our population is growing.
Correct.
And then the federal MPs, ministers, now they know that reach out the Hindu community. It is easy to reach out to the Australian Council of Hindu Clergy. Okay. So that they are the they are like face of the community. So any religious guidance, any significance, anything, festivals, they definitely reach out to us, and we will guide them on the dates and etc. And we also sometimes we call for the meetings, go and sit with the multicultural minister, and then we also go to the Premier's office. We participate in under Hindu Council Australia functions. Correct. So we go everywhere.
Excellent. Very good. I mean, it's good to have that kind of a group that it's like a face for the community and speak basically, right? So that's great. I think you're also involved in Hindu Council of Australia also, right?
Yes, Hindu Council of Australia, because Hindu Council of Australia is the big domain. They have so many members. But any spiritual guidance, anything related to festivals or anything like that, for the pujas, prayers and all, Hindu
to
Council
clergy.
always reaches to Australian Council
Okay,
of Hindu
okay, that's the
Clergy.
connection.
Correct.
Okay, great. But I think you also have your own organization.
Correct.
I would like to more about that. I think I'm in that WhatsApp group, but I think the entire community doesn't know much actually. So
Correct.
I just want to take this opportunity to know about that a little bit more.
So I'm planning this organization for a very long time.
Okay.
But I was waiting for the right opportunity.
Okay.
So with Guru's, my elders, my Guru's blessings, I started the organization named as Sanatan Hindu Sanskriti.
Okay.
So SHS.
Sanatana Hindu Sankriti. Okay.
So we started it in last year in July 2025, exactly on the Guru Purnima day.
Okay.
So with my Guru and Baba's blessings, I started this organization on the Guru Purnima, and then
I think it was on 10th of July.
Correct, exactly.
And that's the exact day we started the first podcast for the listening platform.
Wow, look at the coincidence. So that is the day I started this organization.
Okay.
So the baby born on that day. So after 11 days we did Namakaranam, etc.
Okay.
And then we started slowly. And then so the idea behind that organization is we want to concentrate this organization especially for the next generation of Australians.
Okay.
The Hindu kids. Like in our culture, in our society, community, I go to a lot of prayers. Sometimes we feel that the kids are not getting involved. So sometimes we will ask them, okay, you are disturbing too much, you go outside and play.
Okay.
So only the elders will be sitting in the prayers, the kids will be playing outside. After the puja is done, prayers are done, we will call them to have the food.
Okay.
So I see that in numerous occasions. So that was I was thinking, why are we doing these prayers?
Okay.
For whom we are doing? We have done these prayers plenty of times in India.
Correct.
Okay, we are doing the same. That's fine. There is no issue with that. But what are we doing for the upcoming generation?
Okay.
What are we doing for the future of the Australians? Because most of them are citizens or PR are here.
Correct.
Our kids are going to grow here. So only very few go back to India. Most of them, 95%, 96% are going to stay here. So next generation of the people, they have to start involved in our community, in our prayers. So that's how the reason for the Sanatan Hindu Sanskriti is to involve the young next generation of the people.
Okay.
So that's why under Sanatan Hindu Sanskriti, there is separate a division which is called as Dharmik Siksha Guru.
Okay.
So that is targeted for the young generation of the our Indian community.
Okay. So what happens in that actually for the
in Dharmik Siksha, we are teaching the kids the sloka classes. We are not teaching any big Sanskrit Vedas. No.
Okay.
Day-to-day prayers.
Okay.
For a Hindu kid, he has to go and know. They want to know the basic details of Rama, Krishna, Shiva, Durga, Lakshmi, Parvati, all those things.
Okay.
So basic slokas, we will start from them.
Okay.
We have to cultivate this in their mind that yes, every day before going to the school, after coming back from the school, fold their hands, go to the prayer room and do any sloka. Doesn't matter, Ganesha, any mantra, simple mantra you tell, and then we cultivate that habit continuously. It's not like a one time, it has to be continuous every day. So
that is very important.
Correct. We also tell them what is the importance behind these slokas.
Okay.
What is the importance? Why we have to go and pray to the God? What are we going to get the benefit out of it?
Okay.
So we will tell them through stories. We will tell them by the examples what benefits someone got. So we explain them all these things so that it goes into the kids' mind. Because when they are young, they grasp easily. Correct. So we want to cultivate that habit when they are young.
Yeah. It will be too early of me asking, have you seen any difference? I think probably we'll see the difference 5 years, 10 years down the line when they grow up and when they actually reap the benefits. But initial feedback, how is it?
Exactly. So one example I can tell you. So we target every month one god.
Okay.
Ek Bhagwan ko.
Okay.
So for example, 1 month we started with Ganesha. Correct.
Okay.
And then we started at the end of that month, after 4-5 weeks, once they know about the Ganesha, we gave a test to the kids.
Okay.
Like we want to test how much they grasp in their mind. We asked them take a line of paper, whatever you learn from this class, for example, what do you think Ganesha will look like?
Okay.
Don't look at any photos or anything. Okay. Do a hand painting.
Okay.
And then send it to us. And then we will give prize to everyone
Okay.
who did it. You won't believe, I think we have about 35-40 kids.
Okay.
We got about 25 or something drawings back. It's all free sketch drawings. Mom and dad didn't help them. That's what they told us.
Yeah, okay.
I believe in our kids.
Correct.
So they all did a drawing.
Okay.
It came out very well. You won't believe, some
Excellent.
of them they put so much effort into it. After seeing this, you can see the tears flowing in my eyes.
Okay.
And then I shared it in our Facebook, in my Facebook also.
Okay.
So the photos, we haven't revealed the
Identity of the
identity
person.
of the
but-
kids,
yeah.
but their drawings has been displayed in the Facebook, because this is what we need feedback from the kids.
Kids and parents.
So that tells us the kids are really enjoying that class.
Correct.
They want to know more about our Hindu culture. But the problem is we don't cultivate it. So that's why we have to sow the seed on the ground. It will automatically grow. Just water the plants. So what we are doing is, what Sanatana Hindu Sanskriti Dharmak Shiksha Gurukul is doing is watering that seed,
Okay.
making sure it gets proper fertilizer. Then the plant will always grow.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I think there is one more event which I think we should discuss is the recent Saraswathi Pooja.
Yes.
So I think we should certainly cover that. I think that there was a huge response from the community for that, right? So
Correct.
can you tell me more about that?
Yeah. So Saraswati Mata is very important in our prayers. Okay. So Saraswati Mata is actually knowledge, the goddess of knowledge. Without knowledge, this world will become zero. So every kid, everyone has to go to school. Because the knowledge gives you the way how to lead your life. Okay. We don't control how we come into this world.
Correct.
We don't control how we go. But we can only control how we live in this life. So that guidance will be given only by the proper education.
Okay.
So knowledge. That's why Saraswati Mata is very important. Cultivate that habit. So I thought that because the Vasanth Panchami is coming, every day is a very auspicious day.
Okay.
But most auspicious day to do the Saraswati Vandana is Vasanth
Panchami. Okay.
There was a bit of doubt when we selecting the dates, because most of the people in Australia, we celebrate the functions on the
Weekends.
There was a big discussion within our
Core team.
Our team. We do it on a weekday. Can we do it on a weekend? Whether people will come back or not. Then I told our team, doesn't matter. The puja has to be done on the day.
It has to be done on that.
The tithi is very important. Whether it's weekend or weekday, it doesn't matter. It has to be happen on the day.
Okay.
Rest of the functions we can do it on any Diwali function, celebration, Holi and everything. You can celebrate on the weekend, because it's just like a fun thing. But the puja has to be done on the tithi only.
But even for Diwali or other things, I mean, we normally do very small on that day when the actual Diwali happens, like get up in the morning, do everything.
Correct.
But the society, social celebrations is typically on the weekends.
On the weekends, but the puja which has to be done on
that
exactly
day.
the tithi day. So we took a risk. We thought, okay, let's do it on Friday, exactly on the Vasanth Panchami day. Whoever is interested, they will definitely join us.
Okay.
But for the first, you won't believe, we launched this on, because we did a Rudrabhishekam on November 2nd.
Okay.
On that day, we released this flyer to the community that we are going to do the Saraswati Puja on the Vasanth Panchami day on January 23.
Okay.
You won't believe, after we launched the advertisement, within the first 10-15 days, completely booked out.
Very good.
So we have to go and increase the capacity, because there is a restriction for the venue.
Correct.
You cannot handle more than people.
So
More than the number of
correct. First again.
At that time, a lot of people went to India.
Okay.
Because that December, January.
Correct. I think typically they come back by end of January.
Correct. So there are people coming back from India, looked at the flyer, said, Panditji, I want to involve my kid. Can you please book them in? I'm happy to book them in. There is no issue. But before I book you in, I need to get the approval from the venue.
Correct.
There is a capacity, and then and then somehow the venue people accepted it.
Okay.
Then we can able to do within the allowed limits. So it was a very good function. There were about 75 kids sit and did the puja.
Very good.
So it was a 1 hour puja. So the kids are there. Mummy and daddy were sitting at the back. Only the kids are in the front. Everyone did the puja. Fantastic.
Very good. Very good. I think there are few other instances also has happened, like Hayagriva Pooja. And
Yes.
I think our kids also participated in that, and
Great.
it's a very, very good initiative. Thank you so much, actually. There is one more event which I want to cover before we get to the next subject. I think Chandi Homam is coming up
Yes.
very shortly.
Correct.
Do you want to say anything about
Yes, definitely.
Chandi Homam, please?
So, because now this is called as there are two main Navaratris in a year.
Okay.
One is called the Vasanth Navaratri, which comes in March, April.
Okay.
And the other one is the Sharada Navaratri, which comes around
September.
October, around that.
Dashara, Navaratri.
So these two importance are very well known. So this Navaratri is called as Chaitra Navaratri or else Vasanta Navaratri.
Okay.
So that is starting on 20th. So on the 1, 2, 3, the fourth day, fourth Chaturthi Tithi, which is on 22nd, we are doing the Chandi Havan, praising the victory of Mata Durga.
Okay.
So it is happening in Marsden Park.
Okay.
So the flyer is in our website. So it's a free event. Anyone can come and join the event.
Okay.
And then we have a 2 hours Havan continues going on.
Okay.
And then we have some Kanya Pujan also. The young kids are coming.
Okay.
We do the Kanya Pujan and the Arati. Everyone will be served.
Thank you so much. I'm sure, I think many people who are seeing this, I don't want them to miss out on this. So what I'm thinking to do is basically please release part of this podcast
Definitely.
before 22nd, at least by 20th or 21st, at least a part of it, so that they know that this is happening and come and participate and take the blessings from the Lords. We'll try to do that.
Definitely.
With all blessings, I think we should be able to do that. Thank you so much on that.
No problem.
So yeah, we have covered the events, we have covered the organizations.
Yeah.
But how do you feel generally the community is reciprocating whatever is happening within Australia, within Sydney, basically, right?
Yep.
Is community is onboarded with all these activities which is happening?
Yep.
Or what is your view basically? How in future it's going to go?
Correct. So one thing we can be very sure is Sanatana Dharma always will prevail. We don't need to grow it. It always grows because it comes from our Vedas, Upanishads and everything. So it's like a big banyan tree. It will be wide and spread. Okay. But only thing is, the only difference I can see is when I came in 2007 and then now, actually to be true with you, when I came here, there won't be this many festivals.
Correct.
The festivals are there. We won't do that much celebrations here in Sydney.
Correct.
Now you see, there's so many temples in Sydney. When new temples have started, and then every weekend there is a festival going on in either one temple or other temple is going on, and lot of community is increased. The population is increased very drastically.
Okay.
So once the community increased, people will do the prayers.
Okay.
I'm actually very proud. Even though our community people all the way came from India to Australia, they also do the Australian way of life, but predominantly they do the Indian way of life.
Okay.
So definitely I would say that the community is very, very, very involved in all the prayers. For example, we do plenty of Graha Pravesh, plenty of Satyanarayana Puja.
Okay.
Every week I know there's a group, they do they started Sundarakand part only on the Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
Now they are very busy. Even on the weekdays they are doing the Sundarakand. Even the Tuesday evening, Thursday evening, Friday evening, every day they are doing Sundarakand. That means
I think there is a Vishnu Sahasranamam group.
Correct.
Every
Vishnu
Saturday
Sahasranamam classes also going on every Saturday.
Okay.
Online classes going on. People are doing more prayers rather than before. I don't know whether we are doing more prayers here than in India. I don't know.
There is a general trend. I mean, if you go to social media or if I go back to India and things like that, by the way, how we do here basically, right? Like we say we are doing this. Like for example, Telugu New Year's Day is coming, and then Tamil New Year's Day, and then it starts with this basically. Then Varalakshmi, then Diwali, then all those things are there, right? So when you go back, they say actually you guys are doing more than what people in India are actually doing in reality.
Correct.
I mean, it's all respects to whoever is doing in India, they are doing it absolutely. But the general trend for people who are in India looks like those who are abroad actually doing the things in the right way, in the right time.
Correct.
Than the people are in India actually.
Yeah, so it's actually a misconception that even I had it when I first came here. They won't do any prayers in Australia, they won't do any pujas and all, they just go to the beach every day. No, it's completely wrong.
Okay.
Actually, there are a lot of people here doing a very good work for the community.
Okay.
And our community also is very much involved.
Okay.
So
Excellent.
definitely, if you send a flyer, for example, in my programs, when I organize these community programs, it is almost get
Full.
booked out within the first 10-15 days. That shows the power of our Sanatana Dharma.
Absolutely. But how is the community in like other cities within Australia, Melbourne, Adelaide, Perth? Do you have any exposure to those communities?
Yes,
also?
I have a very good exposure in Melbourne and Brisbane.
Okay.
Melbourne and Brisbane. Correct. It's not a very Melbourne is having a much bigger community than Sydney.
Okay.
But Brisbane is not very big.
Okay.
But still, I go to Brisbane frequently.
Okay.
I cover north. I did 4-5 prayers in north of Brisbane.
Okay.
And then I went to Gold Coast. I did a couple of prayers, and actually one time I went to Townsville. Some prayers.
Correct.
So people are there, Indian community are there, but not very big. But still, they are doing a very good job there.
Excellent.
Promoting the Sanatan.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I think your flyer helps specifically.
Yeah.
I think normally, I think people know, right? I think we have GRT calendars, we have Tirupati calendars and things like that. But of course, everything is in India time.
Correct.
I think the main information we get from you is what is that based on the Tithi and based on Sydney timings. I think recently we spoke about lunar eclipse also.
Correct.
What time and in Sydney happens.
Yeah.
And so that's really great. I think everybody is utilizing that information as per Sydney times and following that. So that's really good of you. Thank you so much on that.
As I told before, any important festivals should be done on the proper day, proper time, proper Tithi.
Okay.
So people sometimes think, they follow the Indian calendar because they don't know at that time. Even when I come, there is no calendar for Sydney.
Correct.
I used to call my mom and then ask them, when is the Tithi, when is Ramanami coming, when is Dashara coming. So I just blindly follow whatever they told me because I don't have that provision. Now, because of so many organizations come here, we have so much information. So we ask the Pandit, is this the right day to eat? Just don't reduce 5.5 hours, do it as per the time. No.
Okay.
So even the Graha Pravesham has to be done as per the Sydney time. If it is happening in Sydney, it has to follow the Sydney local sunrise time.
It also matters, right? I mean, Northern Hemisphere and Southern Hemisphere, that also matters.
Yep. So it also matters, and then your birth chart matters. So the Muhurtam is based on your birth chart. Not every day suits your details.
Okay.
So it depends upon all those things. So that is the reason the Sanatan Hindu Sanskriti. So we want everyone to know when is the right festival, what is the right day to do it in Sydney.
Okay.
So that's why we make a flyer, and 1 month before the function comes or 1 week before the function comes, we send the flyer for our general community.
Excellent. Thank you so much. One last message for our audience.
We are doing not. How do I say last message? I want to be connected with our community all the time.
For this podcast.
Exactly, for this podcast. Okay. So definitely everyone who is following this podcast, please follow. Guru is doing a very good job. It's not easy he did a wonderful setup here, and then he's maintaining this for the last, how many years you are doing it?
No, it's last July we started. So
very good.
We have done around 14 podcasts till now.
Fantastic. So keep appreciating the good work he is doing, and then also involve in the community, involve in the prayers. Also, I know you are all doing a very good job, but please involve your kids. So you are all very expert in doing the prayers, but main thing is involving our next generation.
Okay.
They should know why we are doing the prayers. What is the importance of Rama? What is the importance of Krishna? What is the importance of praying to the God? And also, please cultivate the very good habits like giving a respect to the mummy and daddy, grandfather, grandmother, and then respect the elders.
Okay. And
then treat everyone with care. Be kind. Don't be rude. So sometimes our kids copy it from the other.
Correct.
So sometimes they will be rude. Sometimes they don't know how to talk to the elders. So always give respect to them, and then learn the good habits. So ignore the bad habits, and then keep on moving forward, and then keep connected with all our Sanatana Dharma. That is very important because that is our roots.
Correct.
So without the roots, the trees will not survive. So without our Sanatana Dharma, we will not survive. So please stay with our roots and keep on doing the good work.
Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much.
No problem. Jai Shri Ram, Har Har.
Thank you everyone. I'm sure you would have enjoyed this podcast, which is like a completely different genre, and as I speak, this goosebumps. As Pandit Siva said, it's the action which matters specifically in every family. You may know things absolutely because that's how your parents and my parents have brought us when we were child. So it is very important, like we do the action now, being abroad or outside India, we do the action on a daily basis. Pray on a daily basis. Show to the kids that you are praying physically on daily basis. Stand in front of the altar and pray. Please 1 or 2 mantras on a daily basis, which will help them to see that actually you're also doing, and it will help them remember in their memory that for a very long time that they have to do it and they will continue doing it. So it's a small habit, like we have discussed in many other podcasts earlier, from James Clear, Atomic Habits, a small habit per day, which will help them in future. 1% improvement per day, it's going to improve them a lot in 1 year. So thank you so much for watching. We'll connect with you again. Thank you.
Thank you. Dhanyavad.